going to go over my new 10-day reset program that I think is super important for postpartum moms to at least attempt to do, because it is really, really essential that postpartum moms focus on getting nutrients back into their body, especially right after having a baby. There is a term of what's called postnatal depletion, which is where at the end of pregnancy, the baby's taking a lot of nutrients, it's taking a lot of power and a lot of energy, and then moms are kind of just left in a bit of a deprivation in terms of vitamins and minerals, and they're tired, and they don't necessarily go into a diet right after having a baby that replenishes those nutrient needs. The nutrient needs that moms have are heightened, especially if they're breastfeeding, because they need to replenish those stores. They're using more energy to take care of a baby. They're not sleeping, and I don't want to say it's a crisis, but it's an issue because moms need energy, they need nutrients, and they need to thrive and to function for their babies and their children. So this is a 10-day reset, which I hope the idea of 10 days is something that seems like you can accomplish it. You can do 10 days. It's just one weekend that you have to get through, which is usually the hardest for most people. They're usually home more, or families over, or friends and gatherings and things like that. So I really hope that you can make it through one weekend in order to set you up with success. And essentially, I really want to kind of push you into a change and making this eating style a new habit for you. I am kind of putting this into your hands. So I'm going to give you the guidelines. I'm going to show you a ton of things that I buy and kind of set some rules for you. But in my certification courses and in my experience, the people who are the most successful after doing programs like this and following kind of these like resets and jump starts are the ones that look at the guidelines, look at the healthy food, and they get creative. They don't let it intimidate them, and they kind of head out and they take hold of what they're going to accomplish. That means, for example, the smoothies in the mornings. I'm going to give you kind of the guidelines of where I want you to stay in those smoothies, and then it's up to you to say, okay, I like frozen raspberries, I like strawberries, I like avocados, I don't like avocados, I like bananas, and to take control of the situation for yourself, because then you're going to be able to kind of make the changes on your own. They're going to stick longer, and you're going to feel a lot more equipped going forward after the 10 days. So it is really important that I give you the tools you need to make the changes yourself. You can think of it as if I were to come over and work out with you every day. And I would take you through your workout, and I would do it with you. But then when I'm gone, if you're left not knowing what to do, how to work out, and how to take charge of that on your own, then you're going to be lost. So I really kind of want to push you into this so you can take charge and handle it no problem going forward. So that's kind of the idea around this 10-day reset. I will have some recipe ideas for you. And for this video, I want to show you some of the things that I buy, some of the things that I make and prepare to make 10-day kind of challenges like these totally possible and to make it easy. I personally don't mind going to the grocery store, especially with produce, being able to buy more, and I kind of go and I'll take my boys with me, and I have a video in my program of how I grocery shop with all three of them, and I do that. And it doesn't bother me so much. Some people would prefer to do huge batches of shopping. So I got a lot of stuff here, and I'll show you what I buy. I believe in making good choices in terms of making things simple for yourself. So buying frozen vegetables is one thing that I buy all the time of what's on sale. These are frozen peppers and steamable bags of cauliflower and broccoli. These were on sale. I'm a big sale shopper, so I buy what's on sale. I highly recommend those because you can pop them in the oven, in the microwave, and then you have veggies. Good to go. I found these egg whites, happened to be on sale. They're egg white patties. I haven't tried them yet, but I think that finding some frozen foods that you can pop in the microwave, pop on a pan to make things quick and easy for yourself is essential as a mom, especially if this isn't your first baby and you have more children to care for. You've got to be quick and easy, and the less cleanup for me, the better. I do not like cleaning the kitchen. So I buy frozen veggies all the time. And then I also, because this program, this 10-day reset, starts with smoothies in the morning. Protein smoothies is, and I talk about that in a little book about why I think that's really important. But having frozen fruit, this was raspberries were on sale. I also found dragon fruit. This one wasn't on sale, but I'm excited to try it because it looked good. So I have some of those. Every smoothie you make in the program, so this is only 10 days, 10 smoothies, I want you to have spinach. So I throw spinach in there. It's going to help you get your spinach down. It's going to help you get those nutrients. And blending up the spinach is just going to make it a little bit easier to digest and get the nutrients in. This is an avocado smoothie so it's half an avocado, handfuls of spinach, and then right now I have the Majka protein powder. Oh, I'm going to get that. For breastfeeding moms. It has lactation boosting ingredients in it. It's also more, I would call it more of a nutritional supplement than just protein. It has, I can remember how many protein grams, 13 grams protein, which is a bit lower than some protein powders. And I just ran out of my Aura Organics, which I highly recommend because it has a higher protein count and it has tons of nutrients as well. I talk about protein powders a lot on both of my blogs, and I will link some of those where I go over different protein powders and different types that are safe for breastfeeding moms. So you can kind of pick and choose what protein powder you might like on there. I also have, this one was made with raspberries and spinach, and for the Majka, a scoop. Both of these are really good. I did half an avocado, is usually a pretty good amount in a single serving of a smoothie. So those are some examples of what you would be drinking in the morning. And then from there, salads are going to be your lunch. So salads, I give you kind of the recipe on how to make a salad. You're going to want to start with your greens. So I always have a ton of cut up greens in Tupperwares. So I just kind of prepare these, or I buy bags of pre-washed or boxes of pre-washed greens, because that's really just so much easier, and you can even mix it in the box that they give you and have it ready to rock and roll. I like to add herbs. So this is parsley and cilantro, and I just pick and grab and I throw herbs into it because that's going to add a lot of flavor, and herbs have a lot of nutrients in them as well, and they add that taste for you. Then you want to add some kind of other vegetable. I do cherry tomatoes are super popular for me, so I have a lot of those in there. Cucumbers, and then these are like diced up peppers that I grabbed. I grabbed them because they were on sale and they're already chopped, so I can throw those in a salad. I have roasted sweet potato in this one, and tomatoes and onions already in that, ready to go. This is also a little concoction that I like. If you can see in there, this is avocado, tomato, and red onion, cilantro, and jalapenos. I mix all that together, and this I will have set aside in its own container, and I will throw it in salads, or I will eat it by itself. That's one thing that you can do as well and have that handy. I also do a lot of eggs. So you can fry up eggs and throw them on a salad for your protein. Here's some eggs I bought. Hard boil them, throw them in. You can throw berries in your salad as well. So I'll give you the guidelines and some ideas and some recipes on how you can throw things together. But I really want you to look at things, buy things that are on sale so you're not spending extra money. And then taking control of it and making salads for yourself that sound good, that look good, and that you can sustain eating for 10 days. The other thing that's really good on salads is roasting veggies like cauliflower, sweet potato, and broccoli. Roast a bunch of these, have them in a container, and then you can throw those roasted veggies into your salads as well. I like you to also have a protein, so an egg is an example of that. Here's ground turkey that I just grabbed grocery store. And then if you want to do deli meat, I happen to really like deli meat, just get something that's on the healthier line of, no hormones, antibiotics, and whatever else they like to add in the deli meats. I try to get the clean ones when they're on sale, because otherwise they're pretty expensive, but that's probably one of my best. I love deli meat for whatever reason. I love to add them to salads. And that's going to be your lunch. So if you're a snacker and you kind of want to have a snack after your smoothie and a snack after your lunch, then I like to do a lot of fruit as snacks because it has a lot of water content, a lot of nutrients, and that's going to fill you up. You can also combine like a little bit of nuts with your fruit to help kind of balance your blood sugar. Fruit for most people that don't have any blood sugar issues, it doesn't spike your blood sugar too bad and then drop it that much because it has the fiber content in there. It's the way that it's packaged together is it slowly absorbs the sugar into your bloodstream because of the way that it has the fiber and the way that you have to digest it. If you were eating dried fruit, where it's taken out of its normal context and it's normal, the way that fruit is supposed to be with a lot of water in it, then that's going to spike your blood sugar a lot more. So fresh fruit, I have a lot of fresh fruit always ready to roll. There's strawberries. Oranges happen to be on sale, so I grabbed a ton of oranges, cut them all up, and they're good to go. So I highly recommend snacking on fruit. That is going to give you that little bit of blood sugar boost that you might be needing. It's going to fill you up pretty well. Apples, oranges, pears, anything like that, I highly recommend for snacks. The other thing that I really like, if you're not a fruit person or if you do have some concerns with blood sugar, which I understand, then I will make little sweet potato sandwiches. I have a few of them left. I just made them and took some photos yesterday, and then now they're already gone, basically, because I ate them all. But I cut up sweet potatoes in these slices, and I roast them. And then what I do is, I had a bunch of them in here. I'll throw tomato on them. I'll put some of my avocado, my turkey, and I'll just make like these little sandwiches. And that's more of a low carb, low sugar snack that you can do on this program. And you could do that after breakfast, or you could do it after your salad as well. And that's kind of basically your snacks. I want you to be careful with nuts. If you like nuts and you want to add those in as a snack or add them onto your salad, you want to do just a tiny, tiny handful, just like a little circle in your hand, because otherwise that's just going to add up a lot of fat. And that's more of a plant protein, not an animal protein, which there's nothing totally wrong with that, but it's not going to help you kind of cleanse, I guess. I'm a little bit leery of a lot of nuts, but I love them with kind of sprinkled on for the flavor, and the fat is okay. I just want to be careful on how you manage your nuts. So I'm afraid if I say go for nuts and add those in as your protein, that people are going to be eating lots of nuts, and then there can be a lot of digestive problems with that, and you could end up gaining weight because you're going to be eating a lot of fat as well. So be careful with that. Then for your dinners, there's going to be basically, it's really simple. You can do crock pot chickens, ground turkey, spaghetti sauces on a spaghetti squash, if you'd like. It's a lot of basically chicken, ground turkey, turkey burgers, and things like that with salad. So it's a veggie and a protein. I give you a lot of ideas on that. And I'll show you a chicken. I grabbed these roasted chickens. This one, I try to do no antibiotics, cage-free, all those good things. And these are things that everybody will eat in my family, and I love adding this onto salads, having this for dinner. And I'll make mashed potatoes for the boys. And then I will maybe do a salad or roast some cauliflower, roast veggies for myself, depending on what I've got and how much cleaning I want to do. And the nice thing about roasting vegetables is you just cut them up, throw them on the pan, roast them, and there's not a whole lot of cleanup depending on how messy you are when you're chopping up. So that is the basis rundown of what this 10-day reset is and how it works. I write it all down and give you more details in the PDF, and I give you some recipes in that. Most of the recipes are going to actually be in my program, the Postpartum Cure. For all the mamas that have already purchased the program and started the program, I'm offering this 10-day reset with lots of recipe options and ideas and a little bit more details in there for them to kind of jumpstart this year, especially if they started and then they kind of fell off a little bit and they need something to kind of rekindle. I always like to add as much as I can to my program and keep thinking of ideas to make it better. So the other super benefit of doing a 10-day reset and something that's a little bit stricter, so there's no cheese here, there's no grains, you have sweet potatoes, that's about it, there's no oatmeal. This is pretty clean and this is pretty rigid for 10 days. Then when you jump into my program that allows for oatmeal, some grains like quinoa and brown rice and basmati rice, and I have some cheeses in there and a lot wider spectrum of food that you're eating, because I believe in a variety of food and I believe in a variety of nutrients. So I think that's really important. But when you get into that program, after doing a program like this, it feels really good because you have a broader range of foods that you can eat, more recipes that you could do, and then so accomplishing that program and sticking to the guidelines there is so much easier by jumpstarting yourself in this program. So that's why I wanted to offer this and put that out there. I will be able to answer questions, and I'll be doing the 10-day reset as well. So I'll be posting on Instagram and showing what I'm making and what I'm eating, so you can get ideas as well. And I hope to make this something that you can just jump on and start doing either with me or start doing after, and it can help you, and you can do it, and you can take a break, and then you can do it again. So that's pretty much everything, and I really hope that we can get started together.